Hello there. What you're about to see is a cut down edited version of the members live stream that occurred yesterday when I'm recording this, probably when I'm releasing it. If you enjoy it, why not join us for the live by becoming a member? We also do live streams once per week and then also a members live stream. So if you enjoy this, why not become a member? I was going to say it's free, but it's not. You have to pay for it. And here's the video. You watch one video and your whole homepage is just Dragon's Den after Dragon's Den. They are kings of clickbait because you'll see one of these like, my worst experience in the den.
A great idea doesn't necessarily make big profits, and it's profits that dragons are after.
I love this guy. He's always stating the obvious, like every episode. And he's got the cringiest puns.
Sarah and David Glashan, husband and wife from Essex, think they can deliver the returns the dragons expect if they get an investment of £250,000.
Like, I don't mean to shit on this guy too much because he basically does what I do. He's like a narrator. But what is the point of him here? He just says something extremely obvious. Couldn't we just cut him out? And like literally, if this show started at this point, it would be fine. It would be fine. We don't need him. They've got a towel. Dude, I would want to be a dragon/shark for like I'd love like some of these products that I see and I'm like, shit, I'd give you the money for like 10% and then I could just have it as a sponsor on my show constantly. And then I'd actually have some of the business, which would be kind of dope.
We are here today to ask you for £250,000.
£250,000. And bear in mind, Dragon's Den, the rule is, I'm not sure if this is the rule on Shark Tank, but probably because I think they just copied it like wholesale, right? Allegedly. That if they go into the den asking for $250,000, they have to leave with $250,000. They don't have a choice to ask for less, but they can give away more of their company. Let's see how much they want.
The product we're going to show.
For how much? How much of they always say £250,000 for like 10% of the company or 20% of the company. How much of the company are you asking for? Why wouldn't you say that?
Show you today is called an Itza. It's a multi-functional sun lounger.
Oh, this is old. This is real old because they've got, I'm pretty sure he's Australian, the Australian dude.
Towel that converts into a beach bag. It unfurls a full 86 inches in length.
Wait, this is a towel that converts into a beach bag, so a beach bag that converts into the towel. What the fuck happens to all your shit that you've taken to the beach? It's like you get to the beach and you got it loaded up with like books and sun cream and drinks. You just throw those all out on the sand and then unfurl your towel. There's a reason we have separate bags.
Most towels stop here. The sun loungers are still hot and you end up burning the backs of your legs. We have 6 pockets.
So it's also a large
towel. The first one for a book, magazine, whatever you wish. The middle one is a bigger pocket for the bigger reading book for the beach. And the first pocket is for your MP3 player.
MP3 player? What fucking year is this? 3 years ago. There's no way. Liam, look up what year this is. Can you find that out somehow? Can you Google that? It's got to be like 2005 or something, right? I feel this has got to be like 20 years ago. This MP3 player with these headphones, and it just feels.
You'll
old.
notice that from the MP3 player pocket, we have loops to the headphones. When you're laying,
oh my God, the problem. He's solving all the problems.
On your Itza, you can now not have to worry about the wires going across your chest.
Why would I be worried about that?
On the other side, we have a further 3 pockets. We have a hidden zipped pocket. So we can place our camera and our mobile phone and our car hire keys, which has the registration number on.
It's important information, thank you.
Push it over, out of sight, out of mind.
All right, but for anyone who knows what this towel is, all it's advertising is where your valuable shit is. If someone sees like this heavily branded Itza towel and they've heard of the Itza towel before, they're going to be like, you know what's in that like really heavy sagging looking pocket at the end? Fucking money, passports, crack.
Last but not least,
rental car keys with registration numbers on them. Or, oh, I see. Is he saying that? Because that is really dumb of rental car companies in a way, because it's basically advertising which car to steal. Sorry, Liam, go on. What year is this? 2006, 2007?
So it was filmed in 2004, but put out in 2005.
Wow, this is 20 years ago. Okay, the MP3 player makes a bit more sense. But also, what was his problem? An expensive MP3 player. Dude is asking for $250,000 for a towel business. I hope he's fucking selling the whole business and also giving them $225,000 because I don't think this is worth anything. Also, this shit is not patentable. I feel like this has existed for, like, I was a kid and people would, and it's it's a shitty idea, but there'd be bags that turned into towels. This isn't a new idea, Liam, is it? Or is this the one that actually made it big? Because I feel like this is the thing. No?
So they actually succeeded.
Don't spoil it, Liam! I asked you what year it was. I asked you a question. Don't spoil it. Why would you spoil it?
Okay, you asked if they made it big. I'm not spoiling what happens in Dragon's Den.
No, I don't care, Liam. You can't spoil it. Everyone's saying no spoilers. Bro, why would you do this? You've ruined it for everyone. I'm fucking out, Liam. Now we just have to watch this and everyone knows what happened. And now I sound stupid because I'm just slagging it off and apparently it's a fucking genius idea. Also, how the fuck do you patent this?
When you finish with it at the end of the day, fold up the end, fold up the pockets, all with your possessions still in it.
That just sounds like your book's gonna get all fucked up.
Over your shoulder.
Aratreon, wouldn't it be wet? Exactly! What the fuck? This is so stupid.
And off you go.
But honestly, always with Dragon's Den, all I think about is I don't give a shit. I don't care about the product. Maybe crazy people want this because crazy people buy all sorts of stuff. Maybe the same people who like to like big resort vacation where people are like putting down all their towels or who go on cruises or whatever might want this. I don't give a shit. Like I can hate it, but if they come to me, it's like we're asking for £250,000 for like 10% of the company, and last year we turned over like £40 million. I'll be like, I don't give a shit like about my opinion of your product. If it's selling, it's selling. You can have my money. That's what I care about.
And we believe the way we can do that is by targeting cruise line companies.
Douchebag, New Zealand 5. I appreciate you saying that you can't call out spoilers if you've had 20 years to catch up, my dude. But also, you can, because most people won't have seen this. It's not like calling out the spoilers on fucking Sixth Sense, where it turns out the dude's dead at the end. Or like The Usual Suspects, where it turns out that Kaiser Sose is Kevin Spacey. Like, you shouldn't spoil things like that, Lee.
Also, I don't think it's spoilers when I'm just answering your question.
I asked you what year it was, Liam. I asked you nothing about
You
when
asked
this
if
was.
they're still around.
I did not. I did not ask that. I absolutely didn't. I would never ask this. Liam, I'm playing the video. Be quiet. Chat can let us know. I didn't ask. And people will back me up on this because I have a eidetic memory. Dude, I've never seen The Sixth Sense. Fucking wrecked, dude. Let's carry on.
Basis. I'd now like to invite you to ask any questions you may
I'll tell you what question I have. How much % do you want? You've just said you want 250,000. For what?
like to ask.
David and Sarah Glashan have got off to a confident start with a polished demonstration of their multifunctional sun lounger cover stroke beach bag.
Bro, it looks tacky.
But will any of the dragons be tempted to invest the £250,000 they're asking for in return for a 20% stake in the business?
Wait, people are saying that I did ask. I definitely didn't ask whether they were still around. And if I did, I didn't ask it seriously.
You asked if they made it big.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did. That was your exact... I just answered your question.
Did I really say that? I can't believe I'm stupid. Did I really say that?
However, let me say that doesn't necessarily mean they did good in the den. It just means...
Dude, I can't believe I asked you to spoil it. That's so dumb. I hate... When I watch these, I always do look it up afterwards, but I hate knowing while I watch or before I watch because it spoils it and it's like... it's less fun. Fuck! I'm sorry, everyone. Liam, I apologize. You're a legend. I will make it up to you with an apology. Sorry. Did he say how much money?
In return for a 20%
Okay, so it's 20% of the business. Thank you, narrator. You are good for something.
stake in the business.
£250,000 for a quarter of business blaze. For a quarter, it's a million. No, I probably wouldn't do that.
David,
But thank you for the 10.
I'm almost speechless. Quite often people come here looking for investment. And when we go through the analysis, I think I couldn't invest in it because the price isn't right. But I'd buy the product.
Really? You'd buy a Duncan Bannatyne. You can afford a bag, my dude. Don't you own like health clubs with towels and shit? Are you really going to buy this?
Now looking at this, I don't think I would buy the product.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. He was just completely fucking leading the dragons can be right douchebags sometimes, can't they? They're like, often I see a product and no, I fucking hate it.
This product is already being sold online. We launched it 3 weeks ago. People
3 weeks ago and you're already in Dragon's Den, dude? What? How many things did you sell in 3 weeks? Let's find out.
are buying it online.
How many people have bought it?
700 online from a cold start.
How many?
700 over 3 weeks? Shit, that's not bad. I wonder how they're marketing it.
700.
You've sold...
I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of ridiculous to come on Dragon's Den when you've sold like 700 units of a towel, but I mean, it's not bad.
700 in
From a
3
cold
weeks.
start, from a cold start.
At what price?
£24.95 plus £5 postage and packaging.
I'm just trying to work out from there
I was going to say it's kind of cheap, but this was 20 years ago. Inflation's a thing.
Yeah.
where you get a valuation of £1 million for your company.
Yeah, wait. So he's selling these for 25, and he sold 7,000 of them. He sold 175,000 top line revenue. Well, I don't know what his cost per unit is, but then he's valuing his company at, what did they say?
1.25
I'm just trying to work out from there
value.
Yeah.
where you get a valuation of £1 million for your company.
1.25.
No, to be honest with you,
So he's basically asking for this is a lot. No, he said
Very-
7,000. He said 7,000 towels. Oh, he did say 700. Oh God, it's bad
That's
even
even
with
worse.
700, let alone 7,000. Shit,
That's £17,500.
dude. And he
of
wants
money.
1.25 million. That's what he's valuing his business at. You be smart. It's not a tech product, dude. It's a fucking towel.
£1 million for your company.
no, to be honest with you, you cannot put a valuation on a company that's just starting.
Yes, you can.
That's crazy.
But you just did, David.
Exactly, he just has. He said, you can't put a valuation on a company except for mine, which is 1.25 million pounds.
Because you said you wanted £250,000 for 20%, which would value the remaining 80%
Okay.
at £1 million.
I'll
You
throw
put the
one-
valuation on it, not me.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I
Appreciate
wouldn't
that.
use it.
Straight away, David has fallen foul of Duncan Bannatyne, who seems
Again, the narrator dude is like, thank you for the information. He's fallen foul of Duncan Bannatyne.
irritated by the ITSA and infuriated by the £1.25 million valuation David has placed on such a new business.
By the way, this is overstating it. For all the Americans watching, this Duncan Bannatyne there, that's not an image of an infuriated man. Just for some reason they describe as infuriated. He's just mildly annoyed that his time is being wasted.
Theo Paphitis, with his year
Oh, by the way, this is where I'd 100% already be out. Like, I am out. They've sold 700 units in 3 weeks of a product that I can't imagine anyone actually wants.
I was selling these 8 years ago.
Yeah.
The duffel bag type, as opposed to a square.
I told you they already existed. I told you. This isn't a unique idea. It's completely unpatentable, in my opinion. Why, if you're a towel company, or if you're like, you just rip this off in a second. Amazon would make an Amazon Basics version just like this. It's a stupid idea.
In fairness, I haven't got the secret pocket at the end.
Correct.
And haven't got the pockets at the side, but got everything else. So somebody could quite easily, a cruise liner, do their own.
Absolutely
Thank you, Theo. What a big brain.
right, but they're in the cruise business.
But somebody supplying the cruise liners who already has a contract
Absolutely,
for them,
absolutely.
for their towels, their linen
Absolutely.
and everything, could quite well do their own.
Yes, Theo, what you're looking at is risk to equity.
Thank you for the what you're looking at is risk. Yes, Theo doesn't know that.
Risk to investment. Okay, you're thinking in your mind, well, if I invest 250,000 in
I
this
think I've learned
product,
something here. Theo.
It's so cringe. He's telling Theo how to do business, and Deborah's going to point it out.
Try and learn. You're telling me about
I'm not going to
risk
tell you
reward.
nothing.
Well,
What I am going to tell
risk
you is
reward.
Risk to reward. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the only way you can get that is by how you market your product, where you market it, what you do with it, and who you use to get it there.
Look at his.
You look at what the competition is doing. You look at what the competition isn't doing. You find out what the competition isn't doing. You find out what it's going
This guy took like one business studies class and made a towel, and he's telling these multi-millionaires how to do business. Oh, look at this. He's so smug. I fucking love it.
to cost you to do what the competition isn't doing. And then by the time you've divided it all up, your percentages should be right. Because, business is about percentages. I believe, and I will challenge it, and I will challenge you if you want to bring one out to copy me. Because I'll take
Look
it
at
to
his
court.
mouth
I won't
just
think
drop
twice
it
about
open.
Imagine how cocky you have to be to explain business to the drag and then
It's
threaten to sue them.
extreme, dude. It's crazy.
Doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
it's not
We're
quite
saying
the
if you
same
put the
product
pockets
as
on
all
the
we're
side,
saying.
you copy it, I said, not do something. Theo, sorry. There is a choice, there is no comparison. I think that's
You're
the
in
way I can sum
litigation.
it up.
You've hardly opened your mouth.
Wait, oh, did I miss the title?
What it's going to cost you to do what the competition
Yes, you
isn't
do.
doing. And then by the time you've divided it all up, your percentages should be right. Because, business is about percentages. And I will challenge it. And I will challenge you if you want to bring one out to copy me. Because I'll take you to court. I won't think twice about it. Okay?
Dude, Yeah, someone just says this dude's incredible confidence, and it's so misplaced. Do you have any idea how badly he would crush you? He would crush you, and you also want his money, and you're already saying you're going to sue him? You're insane!
I was there before you.
No, no.
Yes, he said I had it 8 years ago. He would sue the shit out of you.
Doesn't
If it's
matter.
not
It
Well,
does
if you
matter.
put the pockets on the side, you copy it, I said, not do something. Sorry, there is a choice, there is no comparison. I think that's the way I can sum it up.
He's going to sue me now. I've had the business lesson.
I'm very defensive of our product.
So I've had
you
the
know.
business lesson, now I've got the lawsuit.
David's
it's so
attitude is
bad.
alienating the dragons. Deborah
Dude, this
Meaden wants to
did go south so fast. Oh my god, it's so cringe. It is so. I'm glad we took this. This is the most. I saw this and I was like, I'm going to save it because the title's so good. This is the most cringe one I've seen in a little while.
steer the discussion back to the business opportunities for the product in the cruise liner market.
If it's for cruise liners
Yeah.
who provide you with towels and presumably as many as you want,
Yeah.
why would I bother packing that into my luggage?
You wouldn't.
No, we're talking about the...
They give it to you?
Yeah, as a corporate gift. When you arrive in your cabin...
There's
one
How much are you selling that to cruise liners for?
Wait, is that something? I've never been on a cruise. Is that something cruises actually do? They give you a towel. Of course, they give you a towel, like to use like any hotel, but you don't get to take the towel home with you at the end of your stay. A friend of mine stayed at Claridge's and took the gown, and then he got a bill for it. But like, it was like £600 or something insane.
£6.
I thought you were allowed to take that stuff.
You're not allowed to take that stuff, Liam. Stop taking stuff from hotels.
Maybe we ought to get behind the business plan then, because I thought we were talking about a retail price of $24.95.
When you set a retail price in business of any product,
Oh God, here we go. When you set a retail price in business, I'm so glad that this dude who made a towel and took one lesson in business studies is gonna...
Please don't tell me how to do retail prices. That's going to drive me potty.
not
Just
telling- I'm
concentrate,
not
just
telling you how to do it.
concentrate on your product, and you tell me how you're going to, how many you're going to sell,
Okay.
what your revenue is going to be, what
Okay.
the profit looks like in future years.
okay, 36,000 online sales through an increase in spend for public relations, awareness campaigns. 50,000 is wholesale. I've just come back from the Canary Islands where I've appointed 5 distributors in the Canary Islands to sell the product.
Okay. We got any sales from those distributors? I mean, having a distributor is basically just like, hey, would you sell my product? And they'd be like, but have they bought any wholesale? That would be my question. It's probably going to be Deborah's question.
And they will be selling it through either beach bars, by the beaches.
And are they distributors? Are they buying the product from you, or
Yes,
are they
they-
distributing the
they
product
buy
for
the
you?
product from me.
So how many orders have you come back with?
Okay.
What we're talking about is 50,000
Oh, he's dodging the question because the answer's going to be 0. What?
wholesale orders in the Canary Islands.
Whoa, I'm sorry.
Distributors, are they buying the product from you, or
Yes,
are they
they-
distributing the
they
product
buy
for
the
you?
product from me.
So how many orders have you come back with?
Holy shit.
What we're talking about is 50,000 wholesale orders in the Canary
Fuck! I take it back! 50,000! Shit!
in the first 12 months of trading, okay?
So you've got orders for 50,000 of this
Right.
product.
No, but I will. have.
No, but I will have. Dude, you've sold 700 of them. Why do you think someone in the Canary Islands is going to buy 50,000 of those? Are you insane? Yeah, estimated or actually sold. Exactly. He said it like we sold them, and Deborah's like, "Did you sell them?" And he's like, "No, I didn't sell them."
That also wouldn't actually be that much. If he's selling them for £6 each, assuming there's no cost, that's £300,000.
I assume 5. I assume 6 is the margin on it, right? That's what he's getting.
Well, that's what he said he's selling them to the cruises for.
Okay, so let's say, and how many did he say he was going to sell? 50,000.
50,000. So that's £300,000.
Yeah, but
which
that's net profit. That's not bad, but he's not going to sell that many.
But that's well off 1.25 million.
Well, yeah, but he's asking for. He's got a 1.25 valuation. If he's making 300,000 profit in his first year from sales in Canary Island distributors alone, and then let's say there's other opportunities elsewhere, I'd say that's not bad. Let's say
I don't
double
think that's
that.
profit, though.
No,
think
we just
that's
said because I mean, like, it's going to be net profit. Gross profit. It's going to be pretty close. I can't imagine there's a ton of variable of fixed costs on this.
Have you got orders for any?
No.
No orders.
To their utter disbelief,
Yes.
the dragons have discovered that David has no wholesale orders on his books. Yet he's
Richard
asking for
Farley,
a massive
that's his name, he's just sitting there.
£250,000 investment. Deborah Meaden wants to find out where the cash would go.
What are you going to spend £250,000 on?
Stock.
Right.
Wait, I don't understand. Why are you buying all this stock when you haven't sold any? Just get like 1,000 of them and try and sell them in the Canary Islands or wherever. Get some orders before you start making them. It's insane. You haven't proven that anyone wants this at all.
And how does that happen?
We've got 72,000 on order now. It's being made in China.
They've ordered 72,000 of them. You've made a huge tactical error. Wait, Liam, you said this business actually works out? That's fucking lucky, because if it didn't, these guys would be fucked.
Yeah, I'm very confused by it.
When you plan ahead for any stock position, you've got 4 weeks to manufacture. Anything in manufacture, again, you negotiate either at 40% to get it in manufacture.
It might surprise you, but I think a lot of us here probably understand how that process works.
I appreciate that.
This is how you source things.
Despite having no firm orders, David is about to take delivery of a massive shipment of his products. Richard Farley thinks the strategy is unwise.
I mean, Richard Farley thinks the strategy is unwise. That's because Richard Farley has some vague idea of what is going on in the world. How much did he say he had on order? 72,000 at a cost of £6 each. He spent £432,000.
No, that's not the cost. That's how much they're selling them to the cruise ships for.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So, wait, that's how much he's selling them to the cruise ships for?
Yeah, that was my point. With he's not
okay,
making
sorry,
as much money as the 50,000 sounds like.
Wow.
So because he said they're selling them for £24 on like individual orders, but they're primarily selling them to cruise ships for £6 per.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, how much can manufacturing be? It can't be like less than £2, £3.
I think the worst bit is shipping for this.
Well, they said £5 per shipping, and if they're buying it from China, so it's £25 plus £5 shipping and handling, and then the shipment from China is going to be very cheap because they bought 72,000 of them, so the cost per unit is going to be very low.
I don't remember. Was it the Bahamas? They said the distribution.
Canary Islands.
Islands. Like the shipping from there though is going to be what I.
No. Canary Islands, where they're going to distribute them to people in the Canary Islands. So they'll ship them over to like a beach bar in the Canary Islands, which will sell them to people in the Canary Islands.
Are there just a lot of cruise ships in the Canary Islands?
I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Where I think you're making a mistake is just trying to do too much too early. You know, I would if I were you, I'd keep the business small. I'd really pursue this cruise ship activity. I would try to land that big order. And
I can see Richard Farley. He was in it for like one season or whatever, and you can see why, because he's just nice. The other guy's like Duncan Bannatyne's like snorting at him. Peter Jones is like, oh please, this is ridiculous. Deborah Meaden's like, stop lecturing me, and Richard Farley is like, okay, look, this is your first time doing business. I'm extremely rich, and what you should have done is this. He's just giving good advice. And on Dragon's Den, they need people to really like, take a huge dump over the people who come into the den, because that's more entertaining.
And you've got a valuable company. Until then, you don't.
If we're talking about valuations, you have to come back. Should you have put your money into some of the companies that are got no track record of any kind that float on the market for billions?
What did he just say? Why would you put your money into companies that float on the market for billions and don't have a track record? How do you think they go on the public markets? It's not like they just start up and boom, straight on the NASDAQ.
You got to give up that habit of giving business lessons every time you're asked a question.
He says it so nicely. He's so nice. You got to stop this habit. Everyone else was like, stop lecturing me. Oh my God.
I wouldn't go and spend huge amounts of money until you prove that it can be sold to the cruise ships. When you do, you've got a valuable company. If you do, okay? Until then, I'm out.
An exasperated Richard Farley.
He's not exasperated. How is he exasperated? He's just like, this is what you should do, and then you should do this. There is no exasperation!
David isn't endearing himself to any of the multimillionaire investors by trying to explain basic business principles to them.
Business is all about what you achieve on a day-to-day basis, and right now, it's 3 weeks old.
He's just been told to stop giving business lessons, and he literally starts the next thing he says with, business is all about, shut the fuck up!
Business. So we have nothing to say to you, this is what we've done.
You should write a book. How to run a business. All the facts in business. You've been given so many business lessons.
That's not a very nice comment, and I'll ignore that.
It's not a very nice comment. I'll ignore it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, because I got it confused. I thought you were here to ask me for a favour.
No, it was a wait a minute. It was a compliment.
No, Duncan, I'm not. Duncan, I'm not a schmuck, okay?
Put it in the book and sell the book.
Duncan, I'm not a schmuck. Don't try and treat me like one, okay?
David, if you didn't like that question, you're really not going to like mine. But
Let me tell you something. I could work with this guy.
David, the point is,
He's not going to be able to work with you, my dude. No one can work with you. Jesus.
I couldn't work with you.
That's not a problem
That's
for me.
the point.
You don't have to, because I'd run the business and I'd consult you.
Deborah's got a good question. Let's hear Deborah's question.
Well, actually, Duncan, you kind of covered it, because I was about to say, if you didn't like that comment, you're not going to like mine. There's two parts to investing.
Not that I didn't like
two parts to investing in a business.
Arthur Deborah. This guy, excuse me, he knows what he's doing. He knows about business. Duncan Bannatyne just said he could write the book on business. So does he really need a business lesson from you, Deborah Meaden? What the fuck have you done lately, Deborah Meaden? Deborah Meaden. Net worth. £50 million. Maybe you should fucking listen to her.
There's product and there's person.
Whatever you do, wherever you go, and whatever you achieve...
You're going to give me advice, aren't you?
I don't like it. It's so cringe.
I'm out.
Yeah, yeah.
David's apparently overconfident attitude has cost him Deborah Meaden. Only Peter Jones, Duncan Bannatyne and Theo Paphitis remain, and his chances of investment are dwindling.
You get a cruise liner to about 100,000 of these, and you know what? Those greedy banks, they'll be queuing up outside your front door to cut you a deal for funding that.
Yeah.
So tight and so competitive that you'll take their arm off.
You've come into the den 3 weeks after having a product and sold 700 things. If you came in and said, like, I've sold, like, Royal Caribbean 100,000 of these, this would be an entirely different conversation. You wouldn't even be here because you could just get a bank loan and not give away some of your company. The problem is, it's a towel that turns into a bag, dude.
I've enjoyed the business lesson. This particular time, I'm going to pass up on this opportunity. So I'm out.
Of course he is. Who's left?
With Theo Paphitis
Peter
now
Jones.
out, David's pitch is falling apart.
I kind of think you are being silly about your valuations, but that aside, I can see you selling this.
Really? Am I alone? Like, Liam, run a poll. Would you buy, audience, would you buy this 20 years ago when you still had MP3 players? This seems like something no one would buy. Jesus, also, did they just zoom in on his face to just show how sweaty the poor guy is?
And I don't think that you would sell the volume that you expect. And that's the only reason why I'm out.
It looks all...
Wait, so Peter Jones said, I like the product, I'd buy it, but I don't think other people will. Okay,
over for David and Sarah. It's left to Duncan Bannatyne, who took an instant dislike to the product, to have the final say.
And you have a product called Itza, and it's a mystery to me as to how you value it.
Oh, it's Duncan Bannatyne coming with the puns rather than the narrator.
It's a complete mystery to me. I don't understand it, so I don't invest in things that I don't understand. So I'm going to get myself out as well.
Fine.
So everybody's out now.
Duncan Bannatyne doesn't understand a towel that turns into a bag.
Thank you very much.
That's just a joke, obviously. He doesn't understand how the fuck the business works because that is a complete mystery. Oh no, what a shame!
David was not exactly how to win friends and influence people. There was a certain hostility in there. Was that your fault or theirs?
I don't think I handled it very well, if I'm to be totally honest. Duncan.
Or at least he's aware of that. Poor guy, now I feel bad.
I'm not a schmuck. Don't try and treat me like one, okay?
What about these business lessons? You see, you did start an awful lot of your answers with...
He's like, well, let me tell you a thing or two about presenting a television show.
Some general principle that they probably hadn't understood and you were going to explain it to them. And it was, I think I could see their backs arching at the lectures.
Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? That it got them thinking. Because it's too easy to sit there, you know.
No, it didn't.
And everybody to nod and say what they want to say for them. You know, and they don't always know it all. They're still learning too.
No, they're not! You could teach them nothing other than about getting an even tan. That's the only thing. Now, apparently this company exists, or did quite well. Liam, so they didn't walk away with any money. What was it called? An Itza? And you've got a bottom line profit figure there.
Yes.
£933,000.
£1,047,094.
It's not fucking bad, is it? It's still not worth 250,000 for like a 20% or whatever they asked for. It probably is. Shit, it is. It is. It definitely is. Jesus Christ, I can't believe the dragons were wrong. I was wrong. I thought this is a ridiculous idea. But here we are. 92% of people wouldn't buy this product, but apparently some like boomer ass cruise goers do.